What to say in the exchange room, phrases that could influence your exchange outcome, Iraqi Dinar. With the intro for your channel RV News, welcome back to RV News, your trusted source for everything related to the Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnamese Dong, the Zimbabweans, and the global currency revaluation process. If you're watching this, chances are you're a proud holder of foreign currency, and you're eagerly awaiting your moment to step into an exchange room. Whether that's at a redemption center, a Tier 1 bank, or a designated financial facility. But here's a truth that not many talk about. What you say in that room could make a huge difference in your final exchange outcome. Whether it's about the rates you receive, the perks that are offered, or how you're categorized as an exchanger, your words matter. Today's deep dive episode, we're going to walk you through exactly what to say, what to avoid, and how to make sure your voice influences the best possible outcome when your time finally arrives. So grab a pen and take notes. This is a must-watch. Must-remember guide for every serious currency holder preparing for exchange. Let's dive right in. When you enter the exchange room, first impressions count. It's not just about wearing appropriate attire or having your documents in order. Your tone, demeanor, and especially your opening statement can set the tone for the entire exchange. One of the smartest things you can say early on is, "I'm here to respectfully complete my currency exchange under the current protocols." Why is this phrase so powerful? Because it shows you're informed, cooperative, and aware that there's a process in place. It also subtly communicates that you understand there might be multiple protocols or categories. You're not just walking in expecting random treatment next. You'll want to establish that you're a well-prepared exchanger. This doesn't mean you need to give a speech or overwhelm the staff with a binder of plans. It means saying something clear and concise like, "I've prepared my documentation, project outline, and account preferences for this exchange." This lets them know you're organized and potentially someone who qualifies for more favorable terms, possibly even contract rates, asset-backed account options, or additional services offered to serious participants. If you're going for the higher rates, especially those believed to be attached to Humanitarian projects, speak with quiet confidence, not entitlement. Now, crucial part of this exchange involves letting the staff know you're familiar with the concept of tiered or structured payouts. You can say, "I'm open to structured options if they offer safety and higher benefits." This indicates that you're not a cash-and-dash individual looking to take a lump sum and disappear, but someone willing to accept a long-term, well-organized plan if it's in your favor. Exchange centers may prefer to work with individuals who are planning long-term use of their funds rather than quick conversions and withdrawals. So this kind of statement could elevate your status in their eyes. If you have a project humanitarian, infrastructure, community-focused, or otherwise mention it with precision and humility. Say, "I've designed a community-based project focused on education, water purification, veteran housing, etc., and I'm seeking guidance on how this aligns with available exchange programs or rates." This communicates that you are purpose-driven. Many believe that redemption centers are under instruction to support those contributing to global betterment. Showing that you're aligned with these goals opens the door to more advantageous rates and supportive structures. Here's another key phrase to use when rates are being discussed, especially if the personnel asks whether you have a rate in mind. Instead of directly quoting a number, which could limit you, say, "I'm seeking the highest rate I qualify for based on my profile, project, and long-term commitment." This is a respectful, professional way to invite them to offer you a rate rather than you shooting too low or demanding too high. It's also a signal that you understand there may be different rates for different people based on context. Another very strategic line to include early on is, "I'm here for a private exchange, not a public transaction." This tells them that you're aware of the difference between walk-in retail exchanges and high-level, possibly non-disclosed transactions that may involve contract rates or NDA agreements. It shows you've done your homework. If NDAs are mentioned, be clear but cautious. You might say, "I understand the importance of confidentiality and I'm prepared to sign what is needed to proceed." Don't make jokes about NDAs or hint that you'll leak anything. This could work against you immediately. It's also wise to ask, is there a structured settlement option that supports both higher rates and asset protection? Positions you as someone thinking like a wealth manager, not just a speculator. Even if you're not an expert, this question signals maturity, strategy, and intent to protect rather than recklessly spend. Staffers are more likely to offer robust packages to people who show a sense of fiduciary responsibility. If you're shown a rate and it's lower than expected, don't react with frustration. Stay composed and say, I understand there are rate tiers based on criteria. Can we review whether I meet the qualifications for other available rates? This keeps the door open without conflict. Never say that's too low or I heard people got more. That type of language may label you as unprofessional or unprepared. Instead, stay inquisitive and strategic. Now, for those of you hoping to leverage your exchange for multi-currency diversification or investment partnerships, another excellent phrase to use is, I'd like to discuss diversification options currency, baskets, trusts, or long-term managed accounts. This puts you on a different playing field. You're no longer just a one-time exchanger. You're potentially a long-term client that opens access to more elite financial tools. Also mention your security concerns without sounding paranoid. A good phrase is, I'm interested in secure digital conversion options and multi-tier. Custodial services can? You provide guidance on that? You want them to know you're protecting your wealth and are aware of the vulnerabilities of holding too much in any one format? Whether digital or fiat, you may also hear the term sovereign, rate or contract rate. If you're prepared for that level, it's acceptable to say, if there's a sovereign or contract rate tied to humanitarian objectives, I'd like to be considered for that tier based on my proposal and long-term outlook. It's polite, serious, and signals purpose. Now, let's discuss what not to say. Do not say anything like, how fast can I cash out and buy a Lamborghini? Or I just want the highest rate. I don't care about projects. These will brand you as someone unsuitable for premium treatment. Do not mention what you heard on forums or Facebook groups unless you're asked where you got your information. Stick to professional, neutral. Informed language. Avoid phrases like, I heard the Zim will pay trillions, or my buddy said he's getting $11 per dinar. Unless you're quoting trusted sources or referring to programs you're formally enrolled in, it's best to say, I've seen rate projections, but I'm open to discussing official rates offered today. This shows maturity and avoids sounding like you're chasing rumors. Another useful phrase is, I'd like my exchange structured in a way that ensures both liquidity and legacy planning. This positions you as a future-focused individual. Staffers want to know you're thinking about your family, your taxes, and your responsibilities now. For those interested in redemption centers, you might say, I've been following updates from authorized channels, and I understand this location. Is handling asset-backed exchanges can? We confirm that my transaction qualifies under that framework. This is a powerful, respectful way of signaling that you are not just a public walk-in and may be entitled to private options. Also, be prepared to say, I understand this is a non-disclosure environment. I'm prepared to maintain confidentiality. Don't joke, don't speculate, and never ask them what others are getting. Focus on your own pathway. If they ask if you're prepared for wealth management or have a team in place, say yes. I have initial advisors lined up and I'm open to onboarding additional vetted professionals through your network. If you are offered a structured payout and the terms seem reasonable, consider saying, I'm open to structured payouts provided they include immediate liquidity, asset protection, and long-term interest. This opens the door for better options than a basic lump sum. You might also want to say, I've reviewed my tax and legal strategies in advance. I'm looking to minimize liability through trusts and generational planning. This tells them you're educated and serious. Even if you don't have your team yet, showing awareness makes a huge impression. One final power phrase you can use as you near the end of the exchange is, I'd like to review all documentation carefully before finalizing, and I'm requesting a printout of the agreement for legal review. This shows you're not desperate, you're responsible. Most professionals will respect that. In conclusion, your words in the exchange room could literally affect your financial future. Walk in with calm confidence. Use strategic language. Avoid drama or entitlement. And above all, understand that you are participating in a rare, possibly once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Treat the process with respect, patience, and preparation. Thanks for watching RV News. If you found this gooey,